Spinelli, call me. I need to know what you found out about Dr. Keenan.
I can't believe we're even talking about this. Ewen is a doctor. He would never do anything to hurt anyone, especially a child.
Then why is he lying about what happened to Windermere?
I'm sorry. I know you're scared for Jocelyn, so am I. But I think you may be right. I think you might be projecting because you feel helpless, and for whatever reason, you don't like him.
No, I don't trust him, and I don't think you trust him either.
Looking for a little romance?
What do you want, Jerry?
Let me see this. Oh, not a bad vintage. I take it you're planning to seal the deal with the lovely Elizabeth?
Everything okay?
I got a visit from an old friend.
What, are you following me now?
I just thought I'd check in and make sure the conversation doesn't include me.
Out of your mind. There's a police investigation underway. They know someone injected Alexis and Jocelyn.
Well, it was a vaccine, and there's no way to trace it back to me.
What if we're seen together?
Who's going to see us?
Well, Elizabeth, for one.
Well, perhaps you should have considered that before making this dinner arrangement.
Look, I told you to leave Elizabeth the hell alone.
And I want you to understand that however tempting it is to confess to the lovely and compassionate Elizabeth, need I go on? You are not to tell a word about us working together.
Ewen? What's going on?
Any idea who got Joe released?
I'm having Bernie making some calls so far. Nobody's talking. I had to be the one to tell Kate that he was free.
She okay?
You know what? Underneath, she just tries to be in control, but I know that there's something going on. She's afraid of Joe Jr., what he did to her, and she blames herself for, running away, leaving the baby, and, not like she had a choice because of what he did to her, the way he hurt her, and I keep telling her that, but it doesn't matter,
What do you want me to do?
Nothing. He went after Kate because of me. He nearly destroyed her, so if anybody's gonna kill him, it's gonna be me. We just cannot do it yet because Kate's not strong enough. If I kill him, she won't be able to handle it. I don't want to have to lie to her if she asks me if I did it. So the son of a bitch lives for now.
Did he say why he took the risk to come see you?
Yeah, we were right there, and he was saying that some garbage about wanted to make peace and let go of the past.
What was the real reason?
He wants to put me on notice. Staying in Port Charles, he claims he's got business here.
So strange. I thought I heard voices.
Oh, no, I was just checking a message.
If you need to cancel, I totally
No, I was just
understand.
returning a work call. I'm yours for the evening. You look lovely.
Thank you. Why don't you come in? Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Would you mind opening it for me?
Sure. Do you have a corkscrew?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do. Here you go. And I have glasses. Imagine that.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And some hors d'oeuvres. I hope you're hungry. So, have you heard anything about Alexis and Jocelyn?
Well, I'm not sure if they've been discharged quite yet, but it appears that they've both made a full recovery.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. Thank God.
When Jocelyn's alarm went off, we didn't know she was going to make it. And I looked at Carly and I knew exactly what she was feeling. When that little girl woke up, we were so relieved.
All's well that ends well.
Carly ever got a hold of Jax, or if he even knows how sick their daughter was.
So Joe Jr. leaves town.
Yeah, I'll see what I can find out about what he's doing here.
If Joe has legitimate business, which I doubt, shouldn't be too hard to pin him down. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to encourage him to.
Gracious greetings. Not to sound boastful, but my sleuthing skills are in full force.
What's he talking about?
I have news on Dr. Keenan. Reached out to him. Is it Jasper? Jax, is that Jocelyn's father?
Most people just call him Jax.
Right. Well, in any case, it's less urgent now that Jocelyn's recovered.
Jocelyn and Alexis were injected with the intention to kill them. Did anybody else show up at the hospital with the same symptoms?
Not that I know of.
What about you? How are you feeling?
Me, I'm fine. Why?
Well, you got one of those phony calls from the security company. I mean, you could have been injected too. Have they tried to reach you?
No. Did Jason want you to ask me that?
You're investigating Kate's psychiatrist?
And as per Jason's instructions, I broke into said doctor's office, and the results are potentially significant.
Keenan helped Kate when no one else could. He pretty much saved her sanity. Why are you having him dig
I
into
need to hear what you found out. What'd you find out?
Okay, well, the background check was
Jason,
revelatory.
she depends on him.
Yeah,
why are you investigating him?
We think that Alexis was injected at Windermere. I went there to check it out. Dr. Keenan shows up, claims he got a call about the break-in, but the security company had no record of the call.
So you think Keenan was involved in Alexis getting sick?
I think he knows way more than he's saying.
What do you got?
Well, there appears to be a connection between Alexis, Jocelyn, and Dr. Keenan. Oh, thank you. So Dr. Keenan has been above reproach since coming to the States. I mean, not even a parking ticket, so I had to go back further. He was born and raised in Australia, hence the accent, but his father is a sheep farmer. And not like the hard Scrabble kind, not that I keep a farm so I can play with it on weekends. I mean, so Ewen put himself through college and the University of Sydney Medical School shearing sheep. Feeding them, pasturing them, bringing the fluffy little lambs into the world. I mean, it's really sweet.
Mary also had a little lamb. Get on with it.
So, Dr. Keenan could have had his choice of psychiatry residencies in the land down under. He was the pick of the flock, so to speak.
Focus.
Right. Well, so instead of staying in Australia, Dr. Keenan went to Anchorage, Alaska. A bit odd, don't you think? An Australian transplanted in Alaska?
It's just like Jax.
Jason questioned me at some length at the hospital, and I couldn't help but think he might have shared his concerns with you.
He did talk to me, but that's just Jason. That's what he does.
Right. Well, it's clear he doesn't like me, and the feeling is mutual. But I can't help but think that he would make you follow up to try to ask me questions, thinking I would be more receptive to them.
Well, he didn't. He didn't. But if he had, I would have said no.
I'm sorry. I've been looking forward to this evening, and I seem to be spoiling it. But I will ask, if you could tell Jason to come to me directly next time he has a concern.
I already told him that I thought you were as much of a target as Jocelyn or Alexis. And that I was really worried about you.
You were?
Whoever's behind this obviously tried to lure you out to Windermere as well.
Yes, I was fortunate that I didn't answer my messages that night.
Can you think of anyone who would want to hurt you?
Not necessarily. It has to do with the house and the fact that I made the mistake of living there.
I just don't want this maniac coming after you. You're one of the most compassionate men I've ever known.
Jasper Jax was the first to come to my mind. I mean, he and his family were Australians transplanted in Alaska, just like Dr. Keenan.
Is there a connection?
Well, that is yet to be determined.
I was hoping I'd never have to hear Jack's name again. So this whole thing is about Jack somehow?
Well, Dr. Keenan is an Australian who immigrated to Alaska, just like Jax. He shows up in the same town at the same time Jax's daughter and ex-wife are given a mysterious injection. You think that's a coincidence?
Ewen, I'm sorry. This is happening really fast.
I've been thinking about you for months. Ever since that first night on Spoon Island when I saved your life.
And I'm so grateful, you know
I
that.
don't want your gratitude.
Ewen, I'm sorry. I really care about you. I do. I'm just not ready to sleep with you.
You're holding back?
Well, usually when I jump into a relationship, it doesn't work.
Elizabeth, we can't dwell on the past mistakes, right? We need to have the courage to move forward and live in the present.
I know, and I agree, but I think this could be good if we just take our time.
And what if this is all the time we have?
Kate sees Dr. Keenan almost every day. I've seen firsthand how much he's helped. I'm not defending the guy, but I just need proof before I disrupt the treatment.
There's nothing untoward in his past that we found.
Maybe we just haven't found it yet. I need you to stay on Keenan.
Ewen, okay. All right, I just have to stop for a minute.
Does this have anything to do with Jason?
What? This is about me and what I'm comfortable with.
Sorry. I'm obviously upset. The last thing I wanted to do was to make you feel uncomfortable.
I just want to slow things down just a tad.
Of course. Whatever works for you.
Where are you going?
Leave you in peace?
Kind of had a lot to drink.
I'll be fine.
You know I'm sensitive to drunk driving.
I'll just get a cab.
Ewen, you stay on my couch.
You sure?
Oh, I'm not afraid of you. In fact, I'm really glad that you're willing to give this time.
Well, I've waited this long, you know. I'm sure I can wait a little longer.
I want you to go to Alaska, Spinelli.
Oh, Alaska? Like, I can see Russia from here?
You really? He's gonna do the investigation? Do you think he can
If
do
there's
it?
anything to find, he's gonna find it.
Well, is there anything in particular you want me to look for?
Yeah, any connection between Dr. Keenan and Jax.
Okay, well, if there is a link, beyond geographic proximity, it could be hard to trace. Business records only tell part of the story. They could have socialized. I don't know, had the same ex-girlfriend.
Stop yapping. Okay, find out if Keenan is involved with Jackson in any way before Kate gets hurt or anybody else gets sick.